Hi, Willie Mix today to demo you the Black Rooster Audio Magnetite tape simulation plugin. So it's an usual tape simulation plugin form, except for the fact that it tends to boost the IN on the 7.5 inch per second instead of the 15 inch per second tape speed. Normally on other tape simulation it tends to decrease the IN the more you decrease the tape speed, but anyway, other than that, it's just an usual tape simulation plugin with 3 types of tape, bias setting and 2 tape speed and a noise button. So let's try it now on the Mixbus to see what it does to the track. First, I like what the saturation of the plugin brings to the mix, kind of glue everything and soften a bit the transient of the harsh claps and all that stuff that got on this track. So now let's just try the different tape types still on the Mixbus just to see what it does to the sound. Okay, so to me the red one seems to be more open, the blue one seems to be a more straightforward and more low-end boost, and the black seems to be more suited for bass instruments because it adds some saturation on the low. Other than that, the EQ curves are quite similar. For me it's more a matter of how it saturates the sound and where it saturates the most. So now let's try the 2 tape speed mode just to see what it does on the red, blue and black. Okay, so to me the 7.5 inch per second seems to have that high-end boost that I told you and also that low-end boost that make it more fatter on the low and high register. So I think it will be interesting to try just a tape speed with other tape type just to see. Okay, so to me the difference is quite obvious. It adds that low-end boost at about 250 Hz and that high-end shelf at about 8K, but it still saturates a bit differently on the tapes that you choose. So now let's briefly try the bias setting on the Mixbus and we will get to the individual track after. So okay, I will use this plugin the way that I use tape simulation plugin on the Mixbus normally. That means to decrease the input and increase the output just to avoid any saturation and just to have the color of the tape. That way I got a more transparent, if we can use this word for tape simulation plugin, but a more transparent way of processing the Mixbus. It fits more to me. So now let's try it on individual instrument just to see. Let's try it on the guitar. Okay, so I like what the blue one to the guitar because it tends to fatten it up a bit. Now let's mess a bit with the one Flutter just to see what it does to the guitar track. So when you bypass this plugin, you start to understand what people like the tape sound, because you get saturation that makes the sound more exciting in a way. So that's why it makes the tape sound so soft after. And now let's just try it on a bass just to see what it does. I really like what it does to the low end. Just concentrate on this sub low that it adds. So I really like what it does to the low end, especially on the blue type tape. I think I like this one more than the black, and the red seems to be a more like all around tape type, just going well with everything, instead of the blue that seems to be more focused on the lows, so saturate more in low, so give more emphasis to the low end. Now let's try it on some percussion. Let's try to saturate a bit. So to me it's between the black and the red on this one. The black seems to have that forwardness that I like. It's another word that doesn't mean anything anyway, but the red one is still good because it's tend to roll off a bit. The high end to me, it's a bit more gentle in a way. I put it on the 7.5 inch per second because it gives me the low end boost that I wanted and the high end boost that I wanted on the percussion. So now let's try it on a kick just to see what it does only to the low end frequencies. So as you can hear, my kick is already boosted in the low end, so let's see what Magnetite can add to it. So did you notice that it sounds more compressed when you increase the bias? So with a kick like that, it's already quite compressed. I will let the bias to the normal setting, and I will only use the higher bias setting when I want to compress a bit the transient, but it's not the case here. Okay, so to me the red seems to be more transient, transparent compared to the blue and the black, so that's why I'm liking the blue one, because it tends to saturate more the low end, but I also like the width that the red brings. Just concentrate on the width of the track. Did you notice that difference about the depth and the width that the red got compared to the blue? Knowing that, you know exactly what type of tape to use and when to use it. That's what's important about this type of plugin. You just don't go blindly on it, just know really what type of tape is doing, what tape speed is doing, to really understand how it works and using it more sparingly and more efficiently in a way. So now let's just go back to the Mixbus just for the end of this video and switching back and forth between all the settings that this plugin offers us, and I hope you enjoy this demo and how I explain how these plugins work to letting you understand more how to use it and when to use it. You noticed probably that I try to level match each time I'm using the plugin. If I let the output to none, it will boost the volume and thus giving you the feeling that it's better with the plugin. So I try to be as fair as possible and level matching as most as I can. By the way, if you are right clicking on the input knob or the output knob and turning it with the right click of your mouse, you can level match the setting, because the output will follow the input. You will see that when I will try it on the Mixbus. So did you notice how it sounds better when I switch on the plugin and how it sounds a bit more boring when I switch it off? It's a matter of saturation, because this saturation, if you get used to saturation, it brings you excitement. So that was my review of the Black Rooster Magnetite plugin. It's a really great tape emulation. In fact, I really like it and how it handles the transients between the different tapes type. It's quite obvious for tape simulation. There are other ones that are more subtle. Anyway, hope you enjoy it. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to leave me a comment if you want. Anyway, just happy mixing and bye.